First off, say it's chilly out here. Not dressed for it. I actually came out here to make a couple videos for my other channel. But yeah, my WeatherTech. So yeah, this is my third year, I think, with it. And as you guys can see, gee, she looks pretty new, eh? But, well, that's for a reason. This right here is actually the main tarp off, well, off that shelter. You guys can see she's pretty faded and she's kind of frozen now. But I folded it up because I'm actually going to keep it. It's got some straight tears in it. But what I want to call those guys at WeatherTech and find out what kind of material this is, and see if there's a way for me to patch those holes up. Because I know you could patch up old tents, and this is like a tent material. So yeah, this is my WeatherTech, and this is the what is this, 10x10x8. And you guys can notice a little difference with it. You notice how she's not sagging there. Can't really see the ribs. You can kind of see the rib that on the back there, those two there, and you can kind of see the ribs, but not really. And there's a reason for that. What I did, well, you guys can see, I didn't replace the back wall because the back wall didn't need to be replaced. The whole reason I actually replaced this is, well, the zipper failed on me in the front. So the front of this here, just because of the way, you know, the nature of the beast, yeah, the zipper failed about halfway up, a quarter of the way up, right up in here. And yeah, well, I can't have that because I don't want snow in there and stuff. So I basically bought it, to be honest with you, just for the front. And I didn't mind paying the $350 at Canadian Tire on sale, I think it was, or $249. I can't remember exactly what it was. Didn't mind paying for it because, well, you get additives, and I'll show you. So originally, when I started this, I bought it just to replace the front. And the back here, like the sides, the top, it had a tear down, well, right down about there. It had a little tear, and there's a little tear on the opposite corner over there. Didn't care. But what I tried to do is be a little sneaky, and, well, you know, you get a frame with a new one, right? So what I did was, and you guys see, I haven't actually put that one on the ground yet. Same thing on the other side. But I did drill a hole there. I drilled a hole up there. And I drilled a hole here, and I did the same thing over here on this side here to be like this, but I did it over here, right? And what I did was, this is all factory, but this is supposed to be like the front one. That was supposed to be the back, sorry, right in the light. That was supposed to be the back one. And then I've still got the middle one I haven't used yet, but this is the factory. So I've actually just put more supports in here, some more supports for the tarp. And, well, doing that, I was actually trying to be sneaky and slide these things up into place, and I did it when it was cold, and it just ripped the tops right open on them. Straight cuts, but it just ripped them. So I ended up having to take the whole tarp down. I was able to get all this frame in, which I should have done in the first place. And yeah, so that's my upgrade on this anyway. And I did this with my old Shelter Logic one. Did the same thing. And if you guys can ever get your hands on an old frame, or if you end up buying a new shelter, you can use that new shelter to actually, you know, bolster your frame up. I've even thought about actually putting the cross members in here too, like this bar right here, because I've got this whole length and I've got that whole length, and the only problem is I don't have any more of these, so I don't have enough to put them right across. And you know, this material, what's kind of nice about it is it does kind of tear, right? But it's been torn. Like that's the design of it. You can cut this and then put that in. So I wouldn't mind even coming right across and actually cutting a thing up there, cutting that in. As you guys can see here, it's ripped because this hook was originally up there. My mistake here was that when I put this Shelter Logic pulleys door kit on, I made my cut horizontal, and I should have made it vertical so it didn't tear down. The other one there is also a vertical, or sorry, a horizontal, but it's holding up okay. And I gotta tell you, if you guys ever want to put the Shelter Logic pulleys door kit on, which I highly recommend, I like Shelter Logic for their innovative stuff. I'd even get that the dorm opener there. I can't remember what you call it, but I got a video on that too earlier on my channel. You guys go ahead and watch that. That's all for the Shelter Logic accessories. The thing is, the problem that I found in with this here, and I'll show you. So putting this thing in, Well, first things first. First thing I had to do was cut the ends, because there's no way in the world that Shelter Logic's pole is fitting in here. And you guys can see, if you can see how even wrinkly that is, there is no room in there. So I started on this side here because there's no way I was getting it on the other side. And I was coming along, and right about right here, you guys can actually see it. That's when it goes from 2 thread to 1 thread. So what I ended up doing was taking the 1 thread out on the lower end down here just to get this pipe in. And this thing actually, there's a little more pinch room there than there is over there. And same thing here at the end. You know, the pipe didn't actually, it didn't come all the way in to the end here, sorry. It actually didn't come all the way to the end here. It is sticking out on the other side, but I just gave up because whatever, it is what it is. Now, the reason I say that I recommend the Pulleys door kit is, I mean, here, just give me a second. So you guys aren't going to be able to see this coming all the way up, but I've got this Pulleys door kit on, and this is my line. And I just stand back here. I'm just standing back a little bit from the camera. You guys might be able to see this line right here in the corner. And then you literally just pull it, and it came up kind of uneven. I wasn't watching it. And then now I'll just help it there a little bit. Sometimes that's one thing with these WeatherTechs, and I even noticed with the Shelter Logic ones, sometimes you do got to help it. But yeah, there she is. She's up. And then I just hook it on the little eye here, and then that's it. She's hands-free. Now I can pull my bike out. You know, I can pull my bike out, just back it in or do whatever. And of course I ran power in. I've got my battery maintainer on the wall here. I got some pallets, and I did put in a floor. So she's a 10 by 8 floor, actually, is what it is. It's a 10 by 8. And I'm actually going to get some more of this board, OBS, whatever it's called. I need 2 more sheets of it, go across here, and then over there, and then this will basically be closed in, so when I'm working in here, I'm not worried about losing nuts and bolts and screws and all that kind of stuff. And I can sweep this out when it dries out and stuff. So yeah, this is my shelter, WeatherTech shelter. I was just about said Shelter Logic. There she goes. She goes with a thud. And the reason she goes with a thud too, guys, if you're going to put pipe in there, one, it's got to be steel because it has to be rigid. And Shelter Logic even recommends you actually fill it up with gravel or something heavy. So that thing's filled up with gravel, and that's actually why she drops with a thud. There she is, dropping like right there. She drops with a thud. So yeah, that's it there. That's where she is. I still have to get like a 10 by 10 or something like that inch to actually make a proper ramp across that, because I got it's a 10 by 10 and a 10 by 8. that's what it was originally. So so that's it right there. You guys can see the coloration, like for the camouflage. If you guys are gonna put this out in the woods, I gotta say, like, that's the best I can do for you guys, to look at those two. Shelter Logic, or sorry, WeatherTech does a pretty good job with the coloration on this, at least new anyway. And with the light, it kind of looks like the old one until you come over here, and there's actually the old one. That one there is 2 years old. I think that's been through 2 winters. I think this will be its 3rd winter. I can't remember when I actually first got this, to be honest with you. But yeah, that's my WeatherTech. And this is the it's 10 by 8 by 8. No, it's 10 by 10 by 8 is what it is. Yeah, it's 10 by 10 by 8 is what this is. And Canadian Tire sells them. Usually you can get them on sale, $3.49 I think, or $2.49. I can't remember exactly what they are. I think they're $3.49 on sale. So I haven't done a video for this channel for a bit. Thought I'd show you guys this one. Please subscribe. I'm nearly to that 1,000 subscribers, which would be a milestone for this channel, that's for sure. I thank every one of you guys. Please like the video, leave a comment. I try to comment on everybody, at least, like it, so let you guys know I see it, and share it if you guys like this video. With that in mind, guys, I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.